E cubed. You know who it is. It's Eric Douglas, Eric Ramsey, and Eric Laubach.
And let's all go rattlesnake dreaming out where the stars touch the sky. Young's farm for some real song, maybe some good pumpkin pie. Yeah?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Bop. Okay. We'll go rattlesnake dreaming out where the stars touch the sky. Stop at Young's farm for a story or a song, and maybe some good pumpkin pie. Oh, rattlesnake.
1, 1, 2. Okay, that's fine. I think Dave ought to give
We could
you
do a little
raise.
bit of a little jazzy thing.
That's a major 7th chord. I can't.
You don't do major 7th chords? Sorry, man.
And I'll be going out
There's gonna be some tonight in my repertoire, I think.
Okay.
Watch careful.
If I can hit this one, it's good. Halfway home. Okay. Okay. Are we equidistant? Should I move closer?
What does that mean?
I just want to make sure that you're in the right, in the center.
He's in E.
Huh?
We've rehearsed all of these songs extensively tonight.
Exactly. Well, I think the virtuoso piano player over there is going to start us off. It's
Yeah.
Mr. Eric Laubach.
Yeah, the birthday boy.
And the next week, his birthday next week.
You don't want me to play the piano, do you?
You can do whatever you like.
It's your birthday, man. You can do whatever you want.
All right. I am really honored to be on the stage with these guys. This all started in the Glendale Folk Festival sign-up line when Eric Douglas said his name, and I said, "Hey, I'm Eric too." And I said, "Well, you're E1 and I'll be E2." And then Eric Ramsey in the back said, "I'm Eric also." I said, "You're E3." And the Cube was born. 3 guys that write songs and entertain people.
Make bad jokes.
So I got my start as a folk singer in 1964 at the University of Delaware. I sat behind Joe Biden's sister in political science class. She was a stuck-up little snob. My roommate asked her out and she wouldn't go because he didn't belong to our fraternity. So anyway, I was playing in this coffee house at the University of Delaware, and the name of the coffee house was the Phoenix. I thought a phoenix was some kind of bird. And there was this guy there that played bluegrass guitar with a band that played there. His name was Alan. And after I graduated, lost track of Alan, and then I went up to Philadelphia to see the premier East Coast psychedelic rock band called Mandrake Memorial. And here was Alan fronting the band, playing this screaming lead guitar. During the breaks, I said to him, Alan, where did you learn to play? You were a bluegrass guy. He says, I took lessons from Lightning Hopkins. Lightning was old and sick, and he couldn't go out and play gigs or chase women or have any fun at all. His nurse watched over him 24/7, but she did allow him to give guitar lessons. And the price of a guitar lesson from Lightning Hopkins was a half pint of gin smuggled in the little pocket inside the guitar case. A song was born. Singing 12-bar blues, got a dozen reasons why. I'm singing 12-bar blues, ain't no use for me to cry. I thought I had myself together, but my luck caved in. Lost my woman and my money, this is my last gig. I'm giving guitar lessons for pints of whiskey and gin and singing 12-bar blues. Used to come out flashing. He used to swing my axe around. He used to come out flashing, play the meanest licks in town. But now this younger generation, with their confidence and poise, their colored lights are flashing, their electronic noise, put the people out on the dance floor and me at the door singing 12-bar blues. Okay, Mr. Ramsey, play us a little lead. You may have noticed, for you blues aficionados out there, the name of the song is 12-bar blues. That's a famous chord progression. The problem is with the lyrics I wrote, I needed 4 more bars. So 12-bar blues has 16 bars. I'm waiting on blues singers' heaven and hoping I go there soon. I'm waiting on blues singers' heaven so I can wail up to the moon. Until that lucky day happens when I finally check out, I'll just sit here on my doorstep while the others jump and shout. Remembering the days when I knew everything about singing 12-bar blues. Singing 12-bar blues. So long, Lightning.
I don't have any stories like that. That's a good one. That was a good one.
It's all true.
Sure, it's true. You got the microphone. Of course it is.
Is your guitar loud enough, Eric? Ramsey?
Well, this is a song that I wrote for my little boy back when he was a little boy. He's not a little boy anymore. It was one of those fatherly advice songs, you know, the kind that would make him roll his eyes and gnash his teeth. And so, of course, I would play it every time his friends came over, because that's what dads do, right? It's called Wills and Won'ts.
Is your guitar
Life is full of do's and don'ts. It's up to you if you will or won't. Life is full of do's and don'ts. It's up to you if you will or won't. Life is full of highs and lows. You watch your luck, watch it come and go. Life is full of highs and lows. You watch your luck, you watch it come, watch it go. You have a harmonica in G? I should have let you know. Life is full of ups and downs. Sometimes the jester wears the crown. Life is full of ups and downs. Sometimes you're the jester, oh, but sometimes you get to wear that crown. Go, King. Life is full of do's and don'ts. It's up to you if you will or won't. Life is full of do's and don'ts. It's up to you if you will. I said it's up to you if you will. I said it's up to you if you will. With your do's and don'ts, you either will or you won't. Thank you.
Is my guitar loud enough? Is it okay? Okay, cool. Hello. I I was going to save this song for later, but since you played a song about fatherly advice, I'll just do mine about fatherly advice.
How'd that work out for you? You don't know yet, do you?
Yeah, the jury is still out. My daughters are almost 18 and 16. And so over the past couple of years, they've been doing more real world things, getting out there without mom and dad, doing things like using a credit card or seeing or going to the counter for the sandwich counter or whatever, and dealing with humans, dealing with real people, and dealing with the good and the bad and the ugly of all that stuff. And so as they do this, as they become real humans in the world and all this stuff, I wanted to remind them that it's not always bad. It's not always, the worst of us. A lot of times there is something good. So I wrote this tune for them, and this is called Look for the Good. It's easy to see the bad side, to focus on the faults. A simple thing to shy away and put up your own walls. It's easy to keep your head down, but you'll never see the sun. Of all the things I've taught you, here's lesson number 1. Look for the good. You won't have to look that hard. Look for the best in others. It might just take you far as you set forth in this dirty world. When you don't think that you can, I think you could. Look for the good. And there's bound to be bad apples, but that don't mean it's a bad seed. There's still a lot of hope on other branches of that tree. Well, not everyone you meet will be the one to ride along. But if you see the good, you'll feel much better when they're gone. So look for the good. You won't have to look that hard. Look for the best in others. Might just take you far as you set forth in this dirty world. When you don't think that you can, I think you could. Look for the good. If there's one thing that I've told you since the day that you were born, well, there's gonna be a rainbow at the end of every stone. So look for the good. You won't have to look that hard. Look for the best in others. It might just take you far as you set forth in this dirty world. When you don't think that you can, I think you could. I wish you would. It's a simple thing to do. You'll see the best in yourself too. I think you could. Look for the good. All right. Thank you. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
You all remember the first house you ever bought? Mine was in Pennsylvania. It was outside of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. It was an old farmhouse that was rebuilt on the original foundation when the house burned down. We got it for $1 down.
$1?
So I thought I ought to write a song about that house, but it turned out not to be about the house after all, but it's just a memory. There's a house up on the hill with a roof that sometimes leaks, made of metal, and it rattles in the wind. A screened-in big front porch with concrete steps that lean. Place a simple person might call home. There's a foundry in the town where the iron flows like a river and sweat falls to the floor like summer rain. I remember work there, first real job I ever had. It was more than just a paycheck every week. And sometimes I think I might lose it late at night. There's been so many changes in my life, but this beat up whole guitar still sings a pretty tune. It's not much, but it's good enough for me. And now that factory's closed, years ago the house burned down, but the same who lived there then still live there now. And though I've moved away, most likely will move again, there's a part of me that always will remain. And sometimes I think I might lose it late at night. There's been so many changes in my life, but this beat up old guitar still sings a pretty tune. It's not much, but it's good enough for me. But this beat up old guitar still sings a pretty tune. It's not much, but it's good enough for me.
I see why you put me in the middle, so you don't have to follow him, isn't it? That was wonderful.
Thank you. Wow. You inspire me.
You inspire me. I'm going to try to follow that beautiful song. In my little workspace at home, there are a couple of pictures that I look at all the time. One's a picture of my dad when he graduated basic training from the Marines back in, he fought in Korea, so that would have been probably, what, 55, 54, something like that. He's 18. And there's a picture of my little, he's in his dress blues, but the picture's old. I think it was probably colorized because it's faded now. It's almost all gray. But next to that, there's a picture of my little boy, the same little boy. He was a very avid baseball player, and he's just come off the field. And he's taken off his catcher's gear, but something out there Something out there is got his rapt attention. And so I've tried for like 3 or 4 years to write a song about those two pictures. And I tried different melodies, I tried different instruments, I tried different lyrics, all kinds of things. It just never really happened. Until one day I was noodling around on this thing and it just sort of fell into place. And it's called So Much Promise. There's a battered picture in my room, a portrait of a young Marine, fading now to shades of gray, so much promise. I know his buttons were polished, I can just imagine how they shone like gold. Buttons polished, how they must have shone. Battered pictures, tattered letters, yesterday's flung to the wind long ago. Now a wooden box holds vestiges of what had been, and so much promise. There's a battered picture I keep as a bookmark. A little boy in a catcher's mask is looking out on the field. So much promise. I know his future's bright. That next half inning gonna shine like gold. Future's bright, how he's gonna shine. Broken bats, shattered windows, baseballs flung into the weeds. Long ago in seasons past, dreams to words and dreams to deeds, and so much promise. So much promise. Shooting stars don't always hit the ground. Oh, but when they do, they leave a smoking crater and the heavy celestial residue of so much promise. These battered songs I know by heart. I dig them up when I'm feeling low. Turns of phrase, mirrors and smoke, and so much promise. Memories once exhumed, cut like razors, or they shine like gold. Memories cut like razors or shine like gold. Broken records, missing words, melodies sung to the wind. Long ago on scribbled pages, my loose leaf wisdom offered so much promise. Thank you.
Very nice. Very, very nice. And it's really nice on the Weisenborn. I will do a song about looking back as well, in a different way. You can probably tell just by looking at me that I've never been drag racing. Like, it's not my thing. I would like to be that kind of guy. I wish I was the kind of guy, in the weekend, garage, fixing up an old car. I'm just not that kind of guy. In a different life, I would do that. In this one, I'm going to write a song about it instead. And so this song takes place on the mean streets of Staten Island. And there's a little bit of an inspiration from my dear departed dog, who we lost in the summertime. So there's a little bit of that in there too. But this is Lost Love and Looking Back. And this is called Richmond Avenue. A midnight black Camaro, a stallion in the sun. On Friday nights we'd take 'em all, in every race we'd run. Flying down the Richmond Strip, your picture on the dash. Gasoline and burning rubber signed their autographs. We were young and dumb in love, full of adrenaline. There was no such thing as too far or too fast. I guess I might have known where it was headed then, but it's easy to romanticize the past. And the days go by so slow, I'd probably be better off just letting go. I'm just missing you and Richmond Avenue. I sold that childhood dream machine, moved out west, left Richmond in a corner of my mind. Guess I lost your number, or I let myself forget when I left it all behind. Now this engine doesn't roar quite as loud anymore. Those quarter miles are a young man's game. So I spend my afternoons down at the junkyard, where we measure time in rust and faded paint. And the days go by so slow, I've never been that good at letting go. I'm still missing you and Richmond Avenue. So I've had close calls and more flat tires than I'd like to confess. So I've learned how to liberate the losses and exaggerate success. These days, when I go back, I drive the limit down the strip just to remember how it feels. But this ride just ain't the same without you in it. Makes me wonder, was it real? When the days go by so slow, I've given up all hope of letting go. I'll keep missing you and Rick. Richmond Avenue. Thanks. I just heard the. It's newish. Yeah, it's newish. Past a few months. I just heard the harmonica at the end. I hope it was nice. It sounded nice at the end. I didn't.
I had gas.
Oh, okay. Well,
Vouch for that.
all right.
Sometimes you just got to look out in the audience and say, who wants to hear something? Pay no attention to the man behind the guitar. He ain't wrapped too tight, he's living life way too hard. He drinks gin and he plays in bars, and then goes out to the beach and watches shooting stars. Sun comes up, he starts it all over again. He used to run through women like today's women run through men. And he always seemed surprised when relationships came to an end. He never figured that it might be him. Easy come, easy go to what might have been. Just keep hiding behind, playing that big guitar. Go, Eric! Thought guitars gave the answer to whatever got in his way. If he played long enough, his problems would go away. Music can soothe people's day, but it's no excuse for the common sense way. He never took the time to try and figure it out. Yeah, do it. Pay no attention to the man behind the guitar. He ain't wrapped too tight, he's living life way too hard. He drinks gin and he plays in bars, and then goes out to the beach and watches shooting stars. When the sun comes up, starts it all over again. You want to finish it off, Lauren? He recorded this song on one of his albums, but he got the words wrong. He never saw the woman coming that magically became his wife. And the way he was going, she probably saved his life. He's got a real job, he's on top of his game, and he owes it to the one who's sharing his name. She's the one who paid attention to the man behind the guitar. Pay no attention to the man behind the guitar. He ain't wrapped too tight, he's living life way too hard. Drinks gin and plays in bars, he goes out to the beach, watches shooting stars, and when the sun comes up, he starts it all over again. And when the sun comes up, he starts it all over again. True story.
Hey, while you have your hands together, give Barbara Herbert a big hand, would you please? She's facilitated this whole thing tonight and every Wednesday, I think, a lot of times. I know she gets help, and Dave helps too, but it's a lot of work running these hootenannies, and thank you for all you do. This is, and I'd like to also, if Lon's still here, I mean, Lon's sort of like, he's probably in the restaurant. Lon is a modern day philosophical genius, I think. And he's been a big inspiration to me over the years. I've never told him that because I didn't want him to get a swelled head. But he said something tonight before he started his song about this being your real life right here. And you can record it on your phone, but it'll never be just like this again. And I thought that was a wonderfully astute thing to say. And so this song is sort of about that. It's called Everybody's Just a Heartbeat Away. Because we're just the heartbeat away from whatever comes next, which is what the song's about. It has a very sing-alongable chorus if you feel inclined. You got bells and whistles. We got whistles and bells. Angels from heaven, hounds from hell. There's a train in the distance, half a mile away. I'm gonna be on that train someday. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. So did you catch the sing-along part? Feel free. I mean, there'll be no judgment from the stage here. We got ice and fire. We got fire and ice. We can't be trusted to our own device. There's a train in the distance. Oh, I forgot the words. Oh, well. Alon would say, get a do-over. There's a train in the distance coming back around. Someday soon that train will be gone. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Everybody's just a heartbeat. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Too. Might as well make it all up. You blow them whistles, well, you ring them bells. For all you're worth, you better ring them well. Maybe that train in the distance gonna come back around, but I myself I'm headed for higher ground. Everybody's just a heartbeat. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Everybody's just a heartbeat. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Last time. Everybody's just a heartbeat. Everybody's just a heartbeat away. Everybody's just a heartbeat away from the next thing. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to do one, and then we're going to go around one more time to make it a night. So thanks for sticking with us. We were last here, the three of us together, last year at the Beatitudes in October of 2019. According to my records, because I actually have a little journal I keep of all my performances dating back to 1998 when I first started playing out as a guitar player. Although I actually have to ask, Barbara, did Hambone play here one night? Because I have a memory of being here since the COVID-y stuff, and it's not in my log. It's not my I don't know. So I feel like I was here one more time with my former trio, and it's not in my journal, which upsets me greatly. If it's not in my journal, it doesn't exist, unfortunately. This song here, I was lucky enough to have written a few years back, and even luckier that it's been covered by one person, a duo, my friends Larry and Leslie from Maine. They performed it on a live stream once. And then just recently, another friend of mine texted me his version of the song. He hasn't played it out in public yet, so I'm not going to say his name, but I was very flattered that he took the time to try to learn this thing and make it his own. That was really sweet and really nice of him. And it's about being a dad, you know? So like I said, my kids are teenagers now, but they used to be not teenagers. And I used to be something else entirely. I was lightning fast and fearless, 10 feet tall and redwood strong. I was smart as Albert Einstein, never got the answers wrong. Just like tarnished silver, young wonder turns to doubt. Oops. You watch your kids get older, and suddenly they figure it all out. But look at me then, wasn't I something? If only for a little while. Back when I was Superman. When I was Superman. In the eyes of a child. So I hung up that cape for good once they exposed me as a fraud. I'm trying to get this new chord here. It's brand new. Their dad used to be invincible, but now they know I'm vulnerable and flawed. But look at me then, wasn't I something? If only for a little while. Back when I was Superman. When I was Superman. In the eyes of a child. I can't stop the Earth's rotation. I know it's part of some design, but when you're Superman, the only kryptonite is time. Time. We all let go of our heroes. We all pass the torch alone. That cape is old and tattered now, but every now and then I try it on. Look at me then, wasn't I something? If only for a little while. Back when I was Superman. When I was Superman, trying to do the best I can. Back when I was Superman, in the eyes of a child.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all. It's an updated version, and I'm still, trying to nail it there.
So what's changed since 2019? These guys have gotten better. I've gotten older.
We've all gotten a little
But,
older.
So I found myself moving to Sun City some years ago and joined an organization called the Piano Club, and we give concerts, and I'm on the planning committee. So this year and last year we had about 700 people come, and entries included Warsaw Concerto, Rhapsody in Blue, and every year I used to do something classical and mix it up with something modern, but this year I said, to hell with it, I'm going to have fun. From the album Josh White Comes A-Visitin', Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out, and the signature song of the original one-man band, Jesse Fuller, San Francisco Bay Blues.
Way to go.
Throw some water on that guy.
There he is.
Yes, and once again, I'm in the unenviable position of having to follow that.
And he chooses to follow that with a banjo.
Yeah, it's kind of...
The math is off, man. The math is off.
It's a bit profane following something like that with a banjo, but I'm going to do it anyway. If Barbara's husband Dave was here, he would have requested this song, or at least he would have asked me if I still play it. It's a song by Loudon Wainwright III, and it's called High, Wide, and Handsome. So would you please tell Dave that we missed him, and that I said hi, and that I hope he's still living high, wide, and handsome. That's how I like living. High, wide, and handsome, that's how life should be. Low, skinny, and ugly, well, that's for other people. High, wide, and handsome suits me to a T. Song, wine, and women, they're my three favorites. Beer, gin, and whiskey, well, that's 5, 6, and 4. Saturday night, I like eating and dancing, and I sleep all these Sundays, so I'm ready for more. High, wide, and handsome, you can't take it with you. High, wide, and handsome, that's one way to go. Let's live it up, might as well, we're all dying. High, wide, and handsome, let's put on a show. Can't quit what will kill me, so why even bother? I love this hard living, oh, so why even try? I'll be high, wide, and handsome when I kick the bucket. I'll be high, wide, and handsome on the day that I die. High, wide, and handsome, you can call it my motto. High, wide, and handsome, call it my creed. Mine is just paper, liquor's thicker than water. High, wide, and handsome in thought, word, and deed. Have high, wide, and handsome carved on my headstone with the date I was born, plus the date that I died. Take one from the other, all you get is a number. I'm just a number, I laugh twice as hard as I cried. High, wide, and handsome, that's how I like living. High, wide, and handsome, that's how life should be. Low, skinny, and ugly, well, that's for other people. High, wide, and handsome suits me to a T. Thank you.
Well, thanks again for coming out and for being here, and thank you guys for playing alongside me. It's always great to play alongside really talented and experienced and accomplished musicians. My title right now is 6-time Grammy watcher Eric Douglas. Yeah, you like that one? Thank you. Maybe someday, whatever, we'll see. But will you guys join me on this tune? This is a it's not a blues. It's bluesy. So please play cross harp. It's a key of D. So pick up a G if you don't mind.
I don't have one.
Huh?
I don't have one.
Oh.
I can do it on a piano.
Okay. Just try to follow the changes here. We need you guys to know your part. So your part is, we're gonna ride, ride, ride until we can't no more. We're gonna ride, ride, ride until we can't no more. Until we can't no more. Like that. That's your part too if you want it. I wrote this song for my wife. Treads the fine line between relationships and cars. Because I told her I was going to love her until this engine dies. We were running out of gas and the engine was running hot. We took the next exit, we found a garage. 2 hours later, we're back out on the road. In the middle of nowhere, but we got somewhere to go. Well, now my right foot is heavy and the speed limit's 75. We're gonna keep on going until this engine dies. We're gonna keep on going until this engine dies. Nice. We're gonna... Sorry. Well, now the night is dark, but we're racing to another day. I look in the rear view and watch the miles slip away. Maybe this old engine's gonna break us down again. But we got this far, maybe we can make it to the